Om. In this video, I'm going to share a very powerful concept that is the backbone for getting results. So, what we're doing is applying ourselves using simplicity. The simplest is the profoundest. You do the little things that create the big changes. You do the 20% that creates the 80%. There's all different ways of saying it. But if you actually look, there are one to two to three very little things that can have the greatest trajectory. So I've used an analogy before. If you're a sniper and you're aiming down 1,000 yards down range at a target, if you move your barrel even 1 millimeter to left or right, the trajectory is going to completely change 1,000 yards away. And like this, what you do now is going to impact next month, next year, and the farther out, the bigger and bigger and bigger the change. And what are the big changes is a bunch of little things that have culminated. So what are the little things that you can do right now to create the biggest effects? I'll give you an example, but I want you to also think about what comes to mind. Because deep down, you already know the answer to this question. Maybe that's eating better. It's lifestyle changes, getting your sleep, taking care of yourself in a particular way. Look at what are some things and write them down. Just get a notepad. It doesn't have to be fancy. Write a few things down. Why you write down is to crystallize them. So you're taking them from the abstract and you're putting it on some paper and learning and understanding so you have a reference point. What are some things? What are little things you can do to create the big changes? So when it comes to manifestation, building memory in advance. Building memory in advance is a thought with an emotion, translating a thought or a concept into a feeling. The feeling is the joy of realizing that thought. When you do that, you're creating memory. The stronger the memory is, the greater the emotion. The longer you do this, the more the memory will grow and change your identity and then your reality. So, knowing that that's manifestation and understanding that your identity has to change. That is how you think. That is what you believe. That's how you feel. And then the reality on the outside is the effect of that. That's why we don't work within the effect, because that's a slow and very difficult way, and nothing is guaranteed. We're going to the causal level. Where does the cause, the little thing that we can do, the little niggle down here that can change the entire reality, versus trying to change the reality from within the reality, is very, very slow, difficult, challenging, and not something you want to be doing, because comparatively it's very, very difficult. So how do we make some changes? What are the simple change in this case? Habit. Memory is really just building a habit that produces a certain memory. For example, an analogy I've used again in the past is brushing your teeth. There was a point in your life where brushing your teeth was not normal. You had to learn the habit to brush your teeth, and now you brush your teeth without even thinking about it. And so what does that actually mean? That's an autopilot. What is that? Subconscious beliefs and concepts working by themselves to give you urges. Oh, hey, go brush your teeth. You just ate food. You're cued to do it. You don't even have to think about it anymore. You just kind of go about this way, and like this, your life is like this autopilot. It's this matrix of concepts and beliefs, concepts. So if you understand that building memory in advance is translating a thought or concept into an emotion, then what you should do is spend time in the morning and in the evening and thinking of a thought you want to manifest and associating it with joy. You can train yourself to do this. Now, some people have difficulty experiencing the joy of the thought. And what I would offer to you is that could be the place to start if you're one of those people, is teaching yourself how to engineer joy. And when I say teach yourself, I don't just mean like your mind, but what happens when you do joy, it's a chemical release in your body, and your body learns how to produce the chemicals, and it learns what it feels like. So it becomes that much easier every time you do it. The more your body is conditioned. Just like a lot of people are conditioned to stress. Wake up in the morning and you already feel the stress because it's chemicals as well. It's all chemicals. All feelings are chemicals. So once you teach yourself how to engineer joy, then you go in and spend some time with whatever thought you want to create. I am healed, or a millionaire I am. Whatever that thought may be, whatever it is, whatever you can connect to it. Think about that thought and then just feel it like it's real. Like, oh my God, it just happened. That's what you want to have. It's present tense. The way you think it is present tense. It's not that I have, or it's not that I want or I will have. It's I have, or I am. I am healed. I have the money, or whatever it is for you. And then just feel into it. It's already real. And spend a few minutes doing that in the morning. Spend a few minutes doing that before you go to sleep. And then the habit of doing this over and over and over again is that memory becomes ingrained and embedded. It becomes embedded in your body with physical evidence in your genetics, because these chemicals upregulate genes. They change your information. It's embedded in your mind. And then you'll start seeing that trickle off from your meditations into your waking state. So I'm running this program right now called Millionaire Program, and one of our participants was talking about one of our things is Millionaire I Am, and they were at a meeting during the day, and they had a thought while they're in the meeting. They're at like some sort of client meeting or something like this, I forget, or staff meeting. And then all of a sudden they were talking, all of a sudden the thought Millionaire I Am popped in out of nowhere, out of the clear blue sky. And it's just a nod to that this memory is starting to percolate up into her conscious mind. What it means is the autopilot has been initiated. So the fact that they were able to remember something is indicative that something has been installed and is percolating up. Beautiful, beautiful progress. So on that note, I am doing a YouTube Live, a millionaire meeting on August 28th, 2023, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Be there. We're gonna go through a meditation that has been in a state of refinement for the past several weeks. It's getting better and better. In this meditation, we're going to do together on the 28th day, which 28 is a number for wealth. August 8 is also a number for money. And this is going to be a very, very powerful, powerful time. I invite you to join that event and participate in this meditation that you can learn and use. And we're also going to do a little bit of group coaching. We're going to do some sharing. We're going to do some discussion. It's going to be a very, very impactful event. It's going to be very, very productive, and you're going to leave transformed. Be there and be ready to meditate. Come prepared to meditate. The more you do, the more you're open to receive, the greater the benefits you will receive. Mark your calendar, August 28th, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. YouTube Live on this channel. As always, if you have any questions, comments, feedback, sharing, leave a comment underneath the video. Like this video if you found it useful so other people can see it as well in their newsfeed. Wishing you the best. Happy manifesting. God bless.